Woohoo! Is this happening right now or what? I think it is. Lately we have been luckily with the technical part of the live stream, but I can't say for sure until I've lowered myself to the right level and checked that YouTube is my friend today. I do feel lucky. Let's see. I can see the green light lighting up. Is it true? Is it true? Baby, I am talking to you. You give me fever, fever in the morning.
Is it true?
Oh yeah,
True?
I can hear my voice.
Baby, I am talking to you.
Oh yeah. That means the live evaluation is on. That means, again, it's tea time with Alex. Fridays, tea time. We look back at the week, what we have been doing, how we have been doing, have we been reaching the results we set out to reach, that kind of thing. Reflection, learn from our mistakes. Because boy, have I made some mistake this week, that is true. First off, what am I doing here? Well, my name is Alexander Nilsson. I have a channel where I am all about personal development. Lately, it has been going more and more into, well, a girl focus, and that is something we will be addressing in the moral dilemma of the day that will come in the end of this video. But on a more overall level, the theme is self-esteem. That's what's been going on since this year started, and it has been my core thing. What I feel that it's an area I really researched deep into. I've practiced it myself, and I've gained some true insights, both from the theoretical perspective, but also from the practical implication of it, and it has given me some I'd say my unique thing, what I can contribute to you guys, what I have an insight within. But so today, right now, I will talk about this week's challenge, which has been about social fears approaching and talking to girls. At least that was what I set out in last week's Sunday video, when I had the big daring task of talking to girls in 20 minutes, have a conversation for a cumulative time of 20 minutes within 4 hours. That was like the starting challenge, and then throughout the week I was supposed to do this continuous, well, my social pushes, talking to girls and just push myself. Two spoilers, I did not do like anything actively this week, and that is one of the things that will be addressed. And spoiler number 2, I did do the challenge. I managed to talk to a girl for 20 minutes. I have not posted that video yet because it's not done. I've actually got one last video left on the approaching 7 girls, like 3 weeks ago, and that video is going to be posted straight after this. Can you see how much things I have in there? I need to clear things out. But so let's talk about that challenge, which I did after I recorded the video where I set out to talk to a girl for 20 minutes. You see, one of the main conclusions I'm going to get to in this evaluation is that you have to ask yourself what it is that you truly seek. What is the outcome that you really want? You see, I've been doing these challenges where I've had the end goal to get a date. That has been the thing. Like, okay, like the series I've been doing, 7-part series, approaching 7 girls, end goal, get a date. That was what I thought was what I wanted, because I want to meet a girl. I want to develop my relationship area, and yeah, in the end, meet the girl of my dreams. Like, that's like the end goal. And on a logical level, I just thought, yeah, date, that's like a clear thing. I can put it up, I can cross it off. That's something that will probably get me to that date. But when I looked at it before putting out this week's challenge, I realized, well, a date, that, yeah, that's one way, but it's not the only thing, because when I said, yeah, I want to have a date as a result, that meant I went into my interactions, I faced my fears, I started to look for girls and approach them, talk to them, and asked them if I could get a date, since that was like the thing. But what I did wrong there is that I focused in on the question, get a date. So I put less emphasis on the conversation, the quality, because I was just too focused on the get a date part. But when I shifted that mindset and instead said to myself, well, I can have the same outcome as a date in the exact moment of the approach if I actually just connect and make the same. I mean, it's about two persons meeting, hitting it off, talking, having fun, and seeing if they're a match or not, or an initial match to see if they have a potential there. And that's why I designed the question, the challenge of the week to be talk for 20 minutes. And when I did that, something changed. Because I went into the conversation. This is what the video is going to be about when it's done. I went into the conversation knowing that the aim here is to talk to her for 20 minutes. And in order to do that, I need to connect. I need to really have fun with it. Because if I have fun, she will have fun. And that's the mindset I had. And my light is going off here. Can you still see me? Wait a second. Technical issues, they did happen. You see, we're on. But so when I went into the interaction, thinking, now I'm gonna make this last forever, then I wasn't so stressed and focused about asking that thing. It made me totally change my shift. It made me enjoy what happened. It made me think about it and act in a total different way. And that was a mind shift for me to realize that, yeah, it has been a structural problem. It has been a problem of how I've designed this whole thing. And that was a real breakthrough for me on a social level, also on a level of getting what I want. It became applicable on other things, that it's so dependent on how you look at the details for how you outline what you want. That is what's going to give you the results that you seek. So just to really sum it up, I had a really awesome, great conversation with a girl. And we talked for over 20 minutes. We had like a little instant date. I was just stopping her, and she was on her way to go grab some drinks, alcohol. So I thought, after talking for maybe 2 or 3 minutes, I asked if she was going somewhere, because she seemed a bit stressed. And she said, yeah, I'm going there. And I said, hey, do you mind if I tag along? We can talk some during the walk and in the store. And since we had built some rapport there, she like, yeah, okay, yeah, sure, tag. And if I had been so focused on the getting a date later part, then my actions in that moment would have been, yeah, I can just ask for her number now if we can go on a date later, and that will be the end of it. And if that would have been the case, we would never have hit it off, because it turned out that she had a boyfriend, but it didn't matter, because we had a super awesome connection, and we talked and we had fun, and I really enjoyed that situation. So the gist of the conclusion of this whole structural thing is that really look at what you seek, and then ask yourself, what are the different means for how I can reach my result? If I want to lose weight, maybe the initial approach is to, yeah, go out jogging every day. Could be. But there are tons of different ways to lose weight. You can focus more on the diet. You can try several different ways of exercising. It's all dependent on you and your context, and maybe you need to try different approaches to reach what you want. But what I'm trying to get at is, when you want something, really sit down and think about the different ways for how you can reach that result. Don't just jump into it straight away and do like boom, 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 something you think is the right thing, but it's not really thought through. And this applies, at least for me, on my work and what I'm doing. If we look at my YouTube channel, so many times I've just continue on doing the same thing because it's like I don't take the time to think things through. I just keep on doing what I'm doing. It's more on like routine level because I do what I've been doing previously, but I haven't asked myself, I haven't objectively evaluated myself if I'm doing what's actually the most important thing. There's a rule, it's called the Pareto principle. It states that 20% of your actions is leading to 80% of your results. That means you have 80% of possible things you can do, but they will just be marginal benefits. They will not take you towards where you want to go in a efficient manner compared to those key things that really will make the difference. It's like we have key cornerstone habits that will change your life the most if you start to implement them. It's like they will have a rings on the water effect. They will color off everything else you're doing. And those three things are exercising, meditation, and reading, at least according to some people. And that means if you're starting to do these things, everything else in your life will change because you have changed something fundamental in your life. And that will have so much effect. For me, if I'm working out, it's impossible for me to not eat healthy because they have so much in common. They align. And with these cornerstone habits, there are so many things in life that align with these big things that you can change or add to your life. Maybe I'm going a bit off topic here, but I'm trying to elevate it to a higher level. And I'm just saying there are some things. No, I'm saying that the actions you put in, look at those actions and see if they really are taking you towards where you want to go in an efficient manner. Because again, it's so many ways to reach a goal, but we want to do it in a efficient way. And that brings me to the next little point about the importance of doing a weekly evaluation. Well, it's not a secondary point, it's just a complementary thing. To once a week sit down and look at your actions. Kind of what I'm doing here in this live evaluation, but maybe do it on a more holistic level for all your life areas. And that may be a daunting task, but if you only do it for 5 minutes and look at the most important things, then at least you've done something. Start small and expand it. And that's something I want to say because it's super important. But then that will lead on to the third point, about having integrity, about doing the things that you say you are going to do, how super important that is for your self-esteem, for your sense of self-image, who you are and what you do. The congruence means that your actions align with your thought, your words, what you're saying to yourself and what you're putting out there in the world. That's congruence, and that's what integrity is all about. And it's a super important part of having a high level of self-esteem, practicing a high level of self-esteem. And the reason for why that is relevant for the weekly evaluation is totally on a personal level, because I've been breaching my integrity. I've been not living how I practice. No, I haven't been. Yeah, I haven't been. No, I haven't been living what I preach. Because I tell you guys, do these weekly evaluations, and I say it here in the live video, but I haven't actually taken the time to sit down and do this properly for 4 weeks. And I feel so ashamed for doing that, because it's such an important thing. But what I want to get at here is that life is hard, and we don't do everything we are supposed to do. It's so freaking hard, so much things we want to do, and we just get caught up in life, and at some point it just overwhelms you. It's too much, and you're like, oh, what should I do? I don't know how to start. I don't know where to start. And I'm kind of in some way at that point right now. It's just so much happening in my life, career-wise. My channel, well, maybe it's not too much, but I'm putting so much time into this, and I'm trying to meet a girl and all. It's just overwhelming, and all my thoughts and the things that I'm doing and saying, it just keeps growing at me, and I don't even have 5 minutes to go through the week, and it's just, I'm at a point that I need to just clear the table and reset. I really need to reset, and you need to do that as well. What does that tell you? Me just saying that, but I've been here before, and it kind of is good in some way, because you reach a low point. It doesn't necessarily need to be a low point. For me, it's more like a high point, but overflown with so much things. But you need to take time to clear the table. That's why I'm right now, after the stream, gonna take 2 hours and just clear the table, so I can get straight on my life again. Because one of these things that's been really crawling within, and I think this is applicable to you too. You probably have this too. The consciousness level, as we talked about a couple of weeks ago, it decreases as you have more things to think about. You're not able to pause and like look at things, because it's just too much things. It's just too overwhelming. You don't know what to think about. But that results in you doing things that aren't the right things, because you're just going on. You just keep going without reflecting, because you don't have the time. That's how you see it. Like, I'm gonna do it. But what I want to get at here is one of my big moral dilemmas with my channel, with doing my girl approaching videos. I kind of have had the sense all the time that this is not all right. Like when I record a girl with a hidden camera, it doesn't feel right. I accept that now. That's something I haven't been wanting to say to myself. Like, I don't want to go near that question, is this a morally okay thing or not? Because that means I can't do these videos, and that means I can't put out this material, which I think is fun, and it kind of involves me and maybe help a lot of people. But when I ask the question, is this all right with me? Is this in alignment with my moral code and values and beliefs, which is such an important thing to practicing a high level of self-esteem? You can't go against those things that you stand for. And when I ask myself, is it alright to hiddenly record someone when you're talking and then put them out on YouTube for other people to watch, even if I may hide their names and blur their faces? If I ask them, is this alright with you? I'm almost certain that some of them would say no. And that makes me realize that if that's the way I feel, that this isn't quite alright, I can't be doing this. I really can't, because if you can't stand for what you're doing in every context, then you shouldn't be doing it. I mean, okay, going to the toilet, not wanting to broadcast that's not an integrity breach. That's just more of a well, it's a matter of your social, what's okay in a social sphere, what you think is okay. So let's not go into that topic, but I'm not able to 100% stand for my approaches. I test this. Can you post this on Facebook for everybody to see it? And if the answer is no, then it's like, well, why not? Because I'm not proud of it. Maybe I'm a bit ashamed, maybe. Then you can't be doing these things, whatever it is that you are doing. If maybe it's just taking food from the fridge if you're living with someone else. Like I'm living with my brother. I've taken this example a couple of times. Sometimes I like try his food when I have a low level of consciousness, but when I have a high level of consciousness, I just can't do it because it hurts within, because it makes me feel like a thief. So I can't do that action. It doesn't align with my values and beliefs. It's an integrity breach. And with these girl approaching videos, I've realized it doesn't feel all right. It doesn't. And if that's the case, I can't be doing them unless I tell them that I do this and ask if I have their permission to put them out on YouTube. But this puts me in a corner, and it really makes things questionable. And it's something, this is a process I'm in right now. How will I address this? How will I do? Do I need to stop my girl approaching videos? I don't know. That's the moral dilemma of the day, and I'm gonna leave you with it. I want you to think about that. Is it something that you are doing that isn't truly aligning with your values, beliefs, and goals? Then maybe you need to quit. I didn't mean to end this Friday live evaluation on a negative tone, just more of a reflective tone. It has been great having you here. I'm the only one watching, but hey, if you're seeing this in a past time, not live, thank you for joining in. It has been a pleasure because I did feel your presence. And I did enjoy the heck of it because, hey, I do love this. Otherwise, I wouldn't been still gritting on. That's not a word. Keeping on doing. I mean, 420 videos. That does mean that you love it. Otherwise, you're just nuts. And I'm partially nuts, but I do love this. And I know it's not much for my own sake, just doing this live evaluation. I know it's not, I mean, I got barely close to 0 views on them, but they give me so much. And if it gives me so much, maybe it just can inspire you to just do the live evaluation, and then in some sense it made some kind of contribution to you. Because I'm not doing this on a egoistic level. I'm doing it because I want to help other people. I actually kind of outlined my why statement this week, and it's partially it has you in it. No, but seriously, my why statement, my reasons for being on this planet, that filter all my actions has to go through, because I ask myself, what I'm doing right now, is this something that takes me, or is in alignment with my why statement, why I'm doing what I'm doing? And if it's not doing that, then I'm really questioning whether I should do it or not. That's something that has affected my career. It has made me change the career direction, like mechanical construction, what my education has taught me. It's not what I want to do because it's not something that aligns with my why statement, at least not in the shape or form I want to do it right now. But so the why statement kind of sort of is to help, no, to be, this is deep, no, but it's just I don't know if I want to... What am I doing here? I totally lost it. I just want to help people save themselves from themselves. People get stuck in their routines or maybe just bad thoughts. I want to awaken people and make them realize their potential. I want you to live the life you have the potential to live, because you have so much there. And this is a reflection back from my own limitations or my own natural state of sitting indoors, eating food, watching series, being an introvert, and just being too comfortable in that. If I don't actively push myself out of my comfort zone, that's the life I'm gonna live. And I know there's a lot of people that are maybe not living the exact same form of life, but they're stuck in their comfort zone and they're not living how they can live. But it requires inspiration, motivation, practical tips for how to go about doing that journey, at least ignite it, or I can at least contribute in the ignition phase. That's where I feel I can help people. At least that's kind of what I'm trying to get at. That's what I want to do. When I have a conversation with a person and I try to dig after what their true passions are and try to maybe question them, why aren't you doing that more? That's something that really fuels me. And well, I didn't mean to say that right now. I was about to quit this video 5 minutes ago, but that just happened. So that is going to be the final words of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. My name is Alexander Nilsson. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining this tea time. And I wish you a great weekend. See you in another vid, guys. Bye. Now the quitting phase.